Hitler's last living relative convicted of pedophilia after kissing girl, 13. Always one to ruin the family name. You paid for it. Go on, tongue that shit. The prostitute, after she sharts a little bit. -2. For fuck's sake. What rhymes with even? Stephen. I drenched my grandma in semen. Eric Cartman's worst nightmare. Punished by God 4 times. Pick a struggle, damn. Sometimes I feel him being followed. But I guess that won't be too bad if true. Wanna bite too? Because that way I won't be too lonely. And I could get some sleep at last. Letting I funnier suck my dick for $15. DMs open. Dude, can you spot me like $15? 85% good boy. This isn't even close to true. I work at Planned Parenthood and we always make sure to stun the baby with a small cattle prod so it doesn't fight back. There are abortion videos of babies screaming in pain and pulling away from the forceps as their skull is crushed. Does Bubble have a gender? Bubble was confirmed to be male. My god. That mean all the Rule 34 with Bubble having a massive sklan was right. Along. Ick now after reading this, I wish I was illiterate. Balenciaga's $9,900 shipping box outfit is breaking the internet. You all rocking this or no? Fragile. Fragile. Homeless People Union should press charges for the intellectual property infringement and take their millions. What do you do if the but so fat your dick can't get past the cheeks? Don't go on a whale hunt with the wrong size harpoon. Bonnie Blue cleaning up for the next group. Girls who don't mind never receiving orgasms and oral sex vs girls who insist upon them. Children conceived when the mother didn't have a climax are not ensouled by the way. When it dies, its spirit neither goes to heaven or hell, it is just destroyed, like that of animals. He's literally built different. He's got more DNA per DNA. Isn't that just Down syndrome? Me talking to someone in my dream. I smashed my sister in a dream anyways, no one will know, because I'm a bottom comment. What sexual bucket list item or items didn't live up to your expectations? Had some girl piss in my ear. That's $4 I'll never get back. I actually had no idea she stole it out of my glove compartment until hours later laughing out loud. She had bad aim too. Weirdest Christmas ever. You have no way out. Tell me the worst thing you have ever done. So my girlfriend had a twin, and I was too drunk and mistakenly fucked their father. Is that comeback? How did my cum taste? I ate your mom's ass. My mom hooks up with my friends. Hey man, I'm sorry to hear. If you need a friend to talk to, I got you. Tapeworms die as soon as they have sex. This is one from my colon that died in a puddle of his own load. Which one of you has the better pull-out game? The worm not busting in your ass or you pulling the worm out in time? That's because they want to eat it. Sweden became so efficient at recycling that it ran out of its own waste and started importing garbage to keep its plants running. Sweden started importing garbage to keep its plants running. I get that this is a nationalistic subreddit, but calling all immigrants garbage is a tad harsh. This also implies that there's no more trashy Swedes left, which is offensive to me. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. cut penis off raccoon. The raccoon was already dead, find a new slant. Typical Lamestream media hit piece. How it feels to have an interest so cringe you can't even let your closest friends know you like it. Amputee anime girls. When your homeboys listing the weirdest kinks and then they genuinely name your main one. Limbless's pecan brother knows it. Day 6 of growing the mold colony until it covers the whole table. This is how you treat your community? Disgusting. 30 years ago in this country someone would teach you a lesson. I'm gonna teach your rear end a lesson with my throbbing member. If abortion is murder, is not gooning mass murder. I'm going to commit mass murder by loading one for you. Due respect. Wrong answers only. I like my men like I like my ceiling fan. Capable of decapitating someone, but controlled enough not to. When you hit the MEI limit and someone gives birth, does that mean a MEI gets deported, or does the baby get aborted? MEI scarage. I would pay to sleep with my sister. I'd pay to sleep with your sister too. I'd pay to sleep in you too. Too bad I'm already sleeping in you right now. If sexual arousal suppresses the disgust response, will wearing a vibrator let me clean up moldy food without gagging? You're going to Pavlov yourself into being horny for moldy food. You guys like chess. Who are you, warrior? I'm an insider. New phone. Who dis? Peter gives me the vibes of a pedophile who got treatment and got past his disorder. Makes me very happy to see good representation as a former pedo myself. Laughing out loud. What? Soulmates don't know age, race, or color. Souls only know feelings, connections, and love. That dude's shadow is white. Louisiana mass shooting. Rampage leaves 8 dead. There was another mass shooting in my genes after the second slide. What's the fish with the largest mouth and no teeth? One that you reasonably could buy. Disclaimer, I do not want to have intercourse with a fish. I'm just curious. He's gonna fuck that fish. He's dead. No, he sleeps with the fishes. When I was in high school, I kept hearing about guys giving their girlfriends facials. I remember thinking, I can't wait to have a boyfriend, so I can get pampered too. Imagine my surprise when the day finally came. Probably wasn't the day that came. Was she wearing Pampers at the time? Depends. I curse you with. Too sleepy to piss, but too full of piss to sleep. I will be honest, I lean over to the wall and just pee on it, and it flows underneath my bed. That is how I solve it. Do not act surprised if I'm by the wall, mouth wide open. Why didn't the Viltrumites impregnate Battle Beast if they wanted strong Viltrumites? Are they stupid? I would genuinely prefer to fuck alien lions than alien bugs. Fight the Furious 5 or the Ninja Turtles. So, to answer. Can I clap Tigris before I lose to the turtles? The fashion trend that won't go away. Matching clothes for the whole family. I'm sorry, but the rack on that mom is out of control. Name anything else in the picture. How many babies? Who knows? What did the shirts say? No idea. What was the dad's hair color? Unknown. But you saw mom. I'm gonna touch you. Now, son. He touched me. What is something you'll never do again in? Trust people. Hugs to you. Thank you. He might stab you. If that's the first thing they think about when seeing a child character in a video game, then there's something very wrong with them. It's Twitter, never mind, it makes sense now. I take another comment's virginity. You meet. Q to say. Oh stop. You make me blush. No violence. Let's spell out no violence in the replies. I'll start. N. There's a reason for that. Plane's got no pussy. I'm sure the internet has pictures to prove you wrong. No way. Oh my god, I was wrong. Johnny Sins to the rescue. Where are the morals? Where is the humanity. Where is the link? Teller 23. Plus size 5 feet 11. If you white, it's an automatic no. If you Hispanic, it's an a maybe. If you black, it's an automatic yes. Haven't black people suffered enough? Brother, she is 55. That's what happens when you mix Lebanese and Latino genes. What's a Lebanese? When a girl likes another girl. What did your mom say about you having sex? Get off me. You made such a mess. You know it's funny, there's hundreds of porn videos of white girls calling black guys the N-word, but I've never seen one of a white guy saying it to a black girl. Put me in, coach. They won't stop coming, what do? About to put the cock in cockroach. How the turntables. Lana Raids is now against adult industry after being taken advantage of while doing porn. Just trying to tie the loose ends before her son finds out. Your crush pins you against a wall, your 9th emoji is your reaction. Mine is, oh dear. Oh great heavens. Female ferrets can die if they don't have enough sex. About to save some lives. Magicians of Reddit, when, if ever, have you used your skills for unethical purposes? I took some kid's nose, never gave it back. Voldemort's backstory. You thought it was Voldy who was the villain of Harry Potter series, but it was me. Mom, can we get a mousepad? We have a mousepad at home. Mousepad at home. Hey, where is Remy? What would y'all do if penises were detachable? Bro, please, I left mine at home and I really need to pee. Why is this promoted tweet appearing under here? Ah. Master. I kept wondering when I would see my master again. And here you are. You little girl. I won't let you run away again. Laughing out loud. Promoted tweets are based on your browsing history. Your app name is Lil plus the last reason you were in the hospital. Lil suicide attempt. The Oppenheimer marketing team is going crazy. The Warner Brothers lot is currently on fire. Putting dairy milk in your morning coffee is sexist. I'll start adding bull's milk for equality. Without saying what the category is, what are your top 5? Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Chernobyl, Fukushima, Paris. What's the difference between a Catholic priest and a wristwatch? Nothing. 12 is the highest they'll go. Not quite wholesome, but definitely touching. At least acne waits until you're 14 to come on your face. Lost it at 15 and then never had sex for 10 years. I think my virginity is growing back. Goat doesn't count. What about mountain one? Like a mountain bike. My boyfriend took me to get unders and he wanted to embarrass me, so he said real loud, I can't wait to rip these off with my teeth, and I replied with, seriously, you need to stop, my brother. I won. He turned his head as if he heard something. US federal prison cell, ADX Supermax in Colorado. $40k a year college dorm. Always gotta be positive. People would kill to get a place like this. Did they find the piss drawer? They found the piss bottles in the drawer. So I guess yes. Imagine needing to use bottles. I just pee straight into the drawer and make a small lake. I get some dirt and make a couple islands. Then I add a couple rivers and put some turtles in it. It's my own little ecosystem. Replace one word of a movie. That's it, just any word. Minions, Rise of Hitler. Every single horrible torture method you can imagine has most likely been thought of and done to someone before. And that's just sad. Just shows all creativity is gone. Inject molten lava into Uranus. Opposite torture, not pleasure. That mango tasted funny, and now my bad doesn't move. Also, has anyone seen my glasses? You are gorgeous, no wonder your dad is attracted to you. What the fuck did you just write? I wanted to give my dog a haircut and now I want him to leave my house. I'm scared. So who's gonna tell op that dogs don't have human ears? Bad Skinwalker SMH. Nima Jr. Unatletico Madrid. Lana Raid's thoughts on the adult industry. Baby was a group project. Your username is the reason you were put into jail. What did you do? Why am I in jail? You loved it a little too much, Shane Dawson. I thought the hide and seek game had changed, but it's actually just a fetish couch. This is real. Imagine sitting on the new sofa your friend bought, then you feel a tongue in your ass. Saddam Hussein. Choking. For beginners. Collaring and choking for beginners. Oh, it's a pottery tutorial. What kind of person are you? Try to outlast the nausea. Except that you have to throw up. I vomit and swallow again. I like the acid taste. No way, Scooby Doobius was getting the most action from everyone. Thus the whole, I'm not doing nothing until I get me some Scooby Snatch. Everyone was constantly smearing peanut butter on their junk or snatches for Scooby to go to Tongue Town. This is the hugest overreaction I've ever seen since my girlfriend caught me trying on her underwear. Imagine you about to take down your trousers when I noticed the turnbuckle screwing his. Kids love this stuff. Be looking like a double wide surprise. Would if I fits. Hacker voice. Iman. Turn the personal computer on and play Grand Theft Auto 5 with highest settings. Blurst manhunt. Police launch manhunt after attempted abduction of boy in East London. Today I kidnap one of my fans and some of my best friends will try to hunt me down before I kill him. Oh dream. Dream intense music starts. Boys will be boys. Mom. I'm the Rapunzel. Of course you are, sweetie. Look dad. I'm the Red Power Ranger. No, I'm the Red Power Ranger. Actually I'm the red one. I used to have a white Power Ranger costume, but I killed so many people wearing it that it became red. It teaches you about how sperm comes from the rib. I thought, this is stored in the ribs. No, piss is stored in the balls. The ribs are the powerhouse of the cell. This was made by a 13-year-old. My son was made by a 13-year-old. What is a sentence you could both say during sex and Thanksgiving dinner? Glad you invited your sister this time. Does she like dark meat? Parents of Reddit, how often do you think your child is masturbating when it's in their room locked? Not often enough. Ayo. Why does everyone on dating apps like hiking so much? It's their way of saying no fats and slash or disables. My brother started vaping. How do I make him stop? Violence. Pulls out double barrel. What caused you to end your relationship due to something that disgusted you about your partner? He said all special needs people should be put into institutions and castrated. He knew my younger brother had special needs. When I explained how ridiculous and hurtful this was, he doubled down and specifically said my younger brother should also be castrated and institutionalized. What the fuck? This reminds me of the green text of the guy who really liked the movie Predator as a kid, so he made his username XX the child Predatorx X when he was little. If having sex with an animal was normal, what animal would you have sex with, and why? Nice try, Mr. Federal Bureau of Investigation agent. It's not like I'm dumb enough to tell you I want to fuck a female centaur. Oh fuck. You wind up in hell after you die. When you arrive, Satan informs you that it's just regular life, but you have to pick a minor inconvenience to plague you for all eternity. What do you pick? You go blind for 60 seconds after every orgasm. That is creative. But why? Because it adds a little danger to driving. Until I had a massive glow up. Massive glow up massive. You can't turn in nudes for homework. Guess not. That entirely depends on how sexy your teacher finds you. McDonald's can mess up your order 1,000 times and you still keep going back. One thing goes wrong at church and you decide to quit. Yeah, getting molested is just like getting cold fries. Toddler. Tamers. Leashless ankle weight system. No more dreaded glares from using toddler leashes. Put the weight in weight right here. Simply fill with water, sand, or syrup. This is such a bad product, you might have temporary control over your tot, but you are just going to make it stronger. What is worse than an uncontrollable baby? An uncontrollable baby who has never missed leg day and could kill you with one kick. Snacks. Gets called danger noodle. Perilous sketty. Short. But what if not long? Hiding. Hazard macaroni. At least they didn't say small. When I read comics like these I imagined the author picking up a wild snake while speaking their millennial gibberish, then getting bit and dying from internal bleeding. That's just me though. Too long. Didn't read. I tickled my pickle with no volume discipline and an ad played where the actress said baby. Now my wife thinks our house is haunted and ghosts want to talk to our baby. You were ghost bustin'. Man shares picture before and after a liver transplant. Guy went from Simpsons to American Dad. Daughter finally gets a job interview, wish her well. I've heard her boss is a dick. What's missing in your sex life? Robert Redford and Burt Reynolds applying warm hummus to the spaces between my toes while quietly arguing about who has seen the biggest alligator in real life. MMMM. Mom get off Reddit. Jesus cured 2 blind people. Mr. Beast cured 1,000 blind people. Jesus fed 5,000 people. Mr. Beast fed 10,000 people in his Thanksgiving 2021 video alone and thousands more in other projects. Jesus 12 followers. Mr. Beast 130 million followers. Mr. Beast clears Jesus by every stat. We should have a Mr. Beast religion and call it bestiality. Something you can say during sex and at a drive-through window. Family discount. Julius Caesar knew Cleopatra more than anyone, even giving her the golden mouth nickname, as she was extremely talented for blowjobs. A normal conversation. That mouth was the 8th wonder of the world. If you teach your parrot to say I give consent, you can technically have sex with it. Seriously, what the? Cop trying to teach high schoolers how to be a good police officer accidentally shoots student. Task failed successfully. Kids, we noticed your high school has not experienced a school shooting. Officer Jimmy and I are here to fix that. Now, we couldn't find your normal white extremists, but this is Indiana and the cops are close enough. Officer Jimmy here is now going to pop a cap in someone's ass. Do we have a volunteer? You'll get a few days off from school, and the rest of you will get PTSD. Now let's begin. People who sleep naked, why? It stops people from sitting next to me on the train. Oh my god. I just woke up to 600 quote tweets by angry French people who want to guillotine me. I just wanted to say, I do not apologize and do not care what the French think. Mango croissants. With mango filling. The French didn't invent the croissant, the Austrians did. Tell them to get back in their lane. Do I have to haul myself out to get people interested in my game? Because I will. I love game development. Ah hell nah, someone opened my cum trunk. Everything wasted. Which sport would be better if everyone who participated was naked? Wrestling. Chess. Fencing. Smash or pass. Dress her up in knight armor and have her fight the dragon in my backyard. The dragon is my neighbor's 5-year-old son with Down syndrome. Look how cute my new puppies are. Man, I thought this was fried chicken. Making sure he is not smuggling any books out of school to give to his sister. Julia Fox shows off a life-sized body. Bag purse. Only white people can pull this. Shit. Let a black brother pull this. I want to see something. The last thing you ate is what you have to name him. Pubic hair in the shower. Drain. Me. A hand job. Also. Me. Please stop giving hand jobs to raccoons. Just found out that Kim Jong-un spent his teenage years living in Switzerland. His friends in school had no idea who he was. His classmates described him as very competitive. Was it an art school? Round 2. Name one character who could beat Captain America. Go ahead. I'll wait. Captain Vietnam. My aunt is a E-Pointer nurse, and she was telling me how many unassuming people go to the E-Pointer for jamming random stuff in their holes. Stuff that subsequently gets stuck. There was this one story of a guy who somehow managed to shove an entire onion up his ass, and then he got it stuck. Herself and a doctor had to cut it out piece by piece while kneeling, and as they were cutting they were crying because of the fumes, laughing out loud. What is a weird flex you are proud of? I can squeeze my butt cheeks so tight it cracks my tailbone like cracking your knuckles. You've died. You don't quite make it to heaven. God says your punishment is you have to spend your next life as a vegetable. Which one and why? Stephen Hawking. This is why you're not getting into heaven. Maya Khalifa auctions infamous glasses to donate money to aid victims of Beirut blast. Maya Khalifa recently took to her Instagram to share that she will be auctioning her famous glasses to help the victims of the Beirut city explosion. Read more. The amount of kids on those glasses could make up for all the lost lives. 1 stands for 1-inch wonder. Golden Globe winning Squid Game star Oh Yeong-soo indicted for sexual misconduct. 001. I mean bro, look at him. He looks like every other old man in a hentai video who likes to lick the female character. Best typo of the year. Chapter 8. Beethoven's later years. In the years after Napoleon's rise and fall as Emperor of France, Beethoven was in a flurry of musical writing. Being dead did not stop him in the slightest from recovering quickly and going on with his music. Sure, it was much harder, but he got through it. He even fell in love many times. Some people. He's my favorite classical decomposer. Gotham police when I told them Joker isn't bulletproof. He's white, therefore bulletproof. Your math is no match for my gun. I feel like this one is pretty self-explanatory. Regular day at school in America. When your Wi-Fi crashes, so you use your imagination for a wank. Improvise. Adapt. Come. Don't need imagination. When you got family. Sometimes, holding on does more damage. Me letting a 100-pound steroid-fueled attack pit bull go off in a children park. Before meth I had a daughter. Now I have a prostitute. Even if you pay her, it's still incestuous. Bastard. Titanic will be added back to Netflix on July 1st. Featuring 5 new characters. You've just been kidnapped, you're in a moving vehicle and not blindfolded. What do you say to your kidnapper? Thank you, it's been a long time since I feel that I am wanted by someone. The screams from the orphanage were loud, but the smell of diesel fuel was only getting stronger. Molten flesh and ash flew from the building as Thomas kept the flame going. A mom left her 2 kids, a child and baby in a car seat, alone while she went into dance class. She can dance if wants to, she can leave her kids behind. Because her kids don't dance, and if they don't dance, well they are no kids of mine. Thanks, I hate masturbating. Masturbating men will find their hands pregnant in the afterlife. High five. You mean a no-cost abortion? A TikTok was circulating claiming that turmeric powder baths help remove fleas and people tried it. Turns out it does work, but it also dyes your cat yellow. Size of the bees this year. How the fuck do you bath a cat? Every cat I have. Never been a big fan of cats, but with the right seasoning. What do you consider is your greatest sexual achievement? Haven't slept with my wife in over a year and still had a baby. Apparently sperm can survive for a long time in the uterus, and when this happens the color of the baby's skin gets darker. More piss bottles. Who needs a bottle when you have a mattress? I can't drink it from a mattress. Not with that attitude. For boys only. What part of the girls you really are attracted? All of it, except hair, hard to cook, weird taste, plus they always stuck in my throat while eating. If you scroll far enough through the calendar, you will unknowingly scroll past the day of your death. All knowingly. You okay, bro? Oh, yes, totally. It was just a dark joke. I have absolutely no intention of doing myself in. I do appreciate your reaching out, though, you're a decent bloke. But seriously, just a joke, and for me, I like them dark. Don't worry bro, killing himself is the last thing he'd ever do. No text detected in this meme. I believe in a whiter Britain. You nearly dead anyway. Would you draw furry porn if you could draw perfectly and make $300 off each picture? 335 yes. 37 no. I wrote a fanfic of one of my friends having sex with Kermit the Frog for $5. There's not much limit to what I'll do for money. Shame he's dead. Imagine if we had him on the Joe Rogan podcast. We tried our best to save him. The Walmart employee trying to stop me from virgining the virgin oil. Coincidence that Sparks servers are down on Mother's Day weekend? I think not. I have jacked off 8 times since your system's been down. You will need to fix this as soon as possible, or I'm going to need a new pair of balls by the morning. If you 16 and pregnant, I'm not giving up my seat on the bus. You stand there and think about what you did. I recently gave a pregnant 16-year-old my seat in the bus. Wasn't the best way to lose my job. No text detected in this meme. No text detected in this meme. How would the world be different if men passed out for 20 minutes after ejaculating? You mean you don't? My doctors would have to start booking my prostate exam appointments for an extra 20 minutes. Sir, you don't need to do this every month. I know, doctor. Winks with butthole. In 5 years I have quit porn. Lost 42 pounds. Got married. Started writing. Bought a house, reformed my faith. Stopped doing drugs, trained for, and won a fight, got out of credit card debt. Don't think you're stuck. Get after it. Imagine how much better those accomplishments would feel on drugs. Happy Thanksgiving. The sacrifice was necessary. Guess who just found out the difference between wax paper and parchment paper the hard way? Wait, what's the difference? One you can use in the oven safely, and the other you can also use in the oven if the thing you are trying to make happens to be fire. People have no idea how lucky we are to have bodies so finely tuned that they can fart with a reliable degree of certainty that we won't shit. I envy your confidence. Eat more fiber and slash, or get yourself checked for anal cancer. How do you react to a girl saying I love you? I just got a snap with kind of a small picture saying I love you. How do I react to that? Put her in a bag and throw her into the back of your Ram 1500 TRX. Man faces up to 40 years in federal prison after large marijuana bus near Wendover. Foster mom gets 1 year in jail after pleading guilty to killing 2-year-old. If I ever get pulled over with weed, I gotta have a decoy. Dead kid. What's your response to people telling you you're handsome/sexy? Thanks mum/grandma. Goddamn, your sexy grandson. New grandma, put your teeth back in. We aren't doing that. What do all men have in common? They have human skin. What I craft my clothing from is none of your fucking business. Farmers have more sex than you. Studies say farmers have more sex than any other profession. Pornsters. Farmers. Farmer dick, that's a nice cock you got there. Sex with humans, right? Sex with humans. Right. Cows wouldn't mind. They give me milk, I give them milk. For beginners? Does that imply there's competitive dildos? I hope so. I went for a hard spank while she was riding me, mistimed the up and down strokes and slapped myself in the balls. Same family. Support group meets on Wednesday. Ball slappers united. If you were revamping the human body and were to give boobs an actual useful function instead of just sex appeal, what would you have them do? I have nipples, could you milk me, Greg? We can try. Pain is when your vibrator dies at the worst time. Get a man. Those die too. Send this to someone you had sex in your head with. My grandma doesn't have Instagram, brother. He broke up with me. For real this time. EII of Auntie, don't be disheartened, just think about the ad revenue this video will get. Gentle reminder. 64,000 dislikes. Me asking my granny with Alzheimer's for $20 for the 5th time in the same day. Infinite money glitch. Has an expiration though. That's just the glitch getting patched. Why do they have this device in Bikini Bottom? Well, let me put it this way. Have you ever seen any homeless population in SpongeBob? What a beautiful set of teeth she has. Time to harvest them. You're walking through the woods when you come across the body of a recently murdered prostitute. What do? I'd change directions. Obviously I'm walking in circles. What are the biggest lies that porn makes people believe? That women like to fuck their stepson. Body count. Mine is 7. I'm 16. I have my own body and 3 in the basement, so 4. Tupac Shakur's driver's license states his weight at 168 pounds. The official coroner's report of Las Vegas had his weight at 215 pounds, which is a 47 pounds discrepancy. He was full of lead when the coroner weighed him. What happens when you fall asleep first at the sleepover? Grand Theft Auto 5 does not have speed bumps. I mean, they prefer to be called pedestrians, but they are in there. Federal judge orders unsealing of Epstein documents that will reveal the names of 8 John Does. It's too bad that judge killed herself next week. Post mentions Israel comment section. You hate Israel because of their treatment and hypocrisy towards the Palestinians. I hate Israel because I'm anti-Semitic. We are not the same. I remember when my wife and I struggled trying to have a baby. We gave up and got a German Shepherd and 2 pugs. About 9 months later my wife was pregnant. Good times. Which of the dogs is the father? Necrophilia. The hooker dies on you. Realizing the second hour is going to be free. Next hour. The human body doesn't get cold for 8 to 12 hours. You fitting to have an all-nighter if you up for it. What is the one thing you should always buy? New safety gear. I was gonna say condoms, but I feel like yours covered it. If nuclear war began in the next 10 minutes, what is your plan? Die. Can I get? I worked at your store in Sussex for 3 years and stole over £10,000 from the register without anyone noticing. Okay, so basically sleeping nude is heavenly, and if you haven't tried it, you most definitely should. Like, I know it sounds weird, but it is so freeing, and once you go back to clothes sleeping it feels really weird. What if a bug crawls up your meat? The fuck you mean up? They're called cockroaches for a reason. Your last name is your ancestor's job. People with last name Armstrong. I worry for people with the surname Dickinson. Why did you leave the group chat, bro? The group chat? Don't get me wrong, I hate Indians and I wish they could extinct from Earth, but isn't it bad from a well-known actor to say jokes about them? Sex instructor. I have a shirt like that, but it says offender instead of instructor. You got a shirt. They only gave me a card and an ankle monitor. I didn't know there was other merch. When you remembered what you were trying to remember. Ah, I gotta bury the body. Thank you for not killing it. They eat thousands of ticks a year. And at least one rooster. Would you look at that? All of the words in your comment are in alphabetical order. I have checked 580,782,641 comments, and only 120,053 of them were in alphabetical order. AB cummed inside my rooster. Would you look at that? Do you people get it now, why it takes semi-trucks to break longer? What's the broadcast you all have been? Card declined on ramen noodles. I was buying 1 bag. Cashier said, man, just take it. I feel your pain. I'm 4 feet 11. My stepdaughter is 6 feet and my stepson and partner are both 6 feet 2 inches. I can't reach anything in this house. I'm sure you can reach their hearts. If the knife is long enough. But you literally just judged all Nazis as assholes. My grandfather, my grandmother, their families and friends were all involved with the party. They're also some of the kindest, most wonderful people I've met, yet you've already judged them, based on a group generalization. I'd love to introduce them to my great-grandparents, but they were gassed in a concentration camp. But I'm sure they're great. I was down bad, so I invited a girl to my house. I purposely made her eat stuff with garlic, so she would have to brush her teeth. I opened up the pipe so all her spit would pour into a cup I placed under the sink. I use that spit as mouthwash every night. Today I learned ostrich farms routinely how difficult it is getting male ostriches to breed because they often find their human caretakers more attractive than female ostriches. Allegedly, a man hired a prostitute to come to his hotel room and answered the door to his own daughter. The dad. The daughter. Family discount. Suicide doesn't take the pain away. It passes it to someone else. Double it and give it to the next person. Where are his parents, for fuck's sake? They're cooking as fast as they can to avoid becoming the next meal. My cousin broke his back and died trying to suck his own dick. What kind of person holds the door while someone is getting dragged out by her hair? And they say chivalry is dead. This comment made my morning. Olympic rowers hands after 1,000-kilometer row. Good grief. Those hands look like they spent 5,000 years in a sarcophagus. Ever wonder what it feels like to be jerked off by a mummy? This is the real reason they do this. Rowing is just part of the process. That is the first reason I thought of too. Used to be meter around here, dude getting jerked by his mummy. I bought a man for $800. I harvested his lung, kidney, and then the heart. I sold that man's organs to the same tribe that sold him to me for $2,100. Great game. Me waiting for the pizza I ordered, doorbell rings. Pizza delivery guy, hello, here is your. It was only after I shot the third zombie that I wondered why they were ringing my doorbell and saying trick or treat. Most curse comment. Type women. And let your keyboard finish. Woman who is the best of Judaism. Women are in a different country. Women in the world, is that the one US? Women who are in the W. Women can have a child tell me what they want to do with Islam and they will never tell me what they want to do with the mental capacity of a potato. I can explain. Absolutely halo. Help. Source. Code. Wasn't it easier to draw 2 towers? The perfect Craigslist gig doesn't exist. Be naked at my sister's wedding. Lower East Side. My sister is having an outdoor wedding in New Canaan, Connecticut in May. I want someone to be naked in the woods and to run through the wedding in order to ruin it. I will protect you from my family. What was the pay? Exposure. Help. Source. Code. Wasn't it easier to draw 2 towers? Using. After a normal sentence is. The funniest shit ever. Going to play with my kids. I'm home alone. With my cat. Be aware that whoever uses the phrases make love and love making never had and will have sex. I disagree. I've made love at least twice. The Thanksgiving turkey does not count. Woman, 93, arrested as a dying wish after being good all her life. Did she get the whole VIP package with beatings and pepper spray? Guys of Reddit, what is the worst time to get a boner? Funeral. That just might put the fun in funeral. To get in the car. Trying my new car. What's her at? Fat. Oh, the dread. The look of horror on every passenger's face when children and infants start boarding the plane. The true reason behind 9/11. Keep up the fantastic work, Spider. Yeah, fuck mosquitoes. Don't fuck them. Oh god, imagine a mosquito giving blowjob. He would bite it and it would itch so much, but you won't be able to scratch it. It would have cost you $0 to not write that. Inflatable bed for your car. Car sex just got a hell of a lot easier. Or homelessness. To kinds of people. You could put a dead body there and put a blanket on it and people would think they were just sleeping, and it would be a great way to transport dead bodies. Inconspicuously. I fucked your mom. My mom's been dead for 10 years. Well then. Woman who flew 3,000 miles for an online date was allegedly killed for her organs. Looks like he was being honest when he told her he wanted her heart. Like, I always come back, man. This was spotted in Alabama. What even is this? The Ronald McDonald one was made to best represent the locals of Alabama. Thanks, I hate aliens. When I was 17, I lost my virginity to a female extraterrestrial. This guy paints the sex he allegedly has with aliens. We have been over this. Just because your maid is Hispanic doesn't mean you slept with an alien. No poos while laughing out loud. Top 10 uses for your nan's ashes. I banged my mom's sister. Your aunt. Well, if you want to make it gross. Teachers after saying this. Isn't a beauty salon to girl applying perfume. Can someone tell me the video name in the background? What is your deepest darkest secret? In 1996, I was 6 years old and a friend told me that computer mouse balls were worth as much as gold. Stupidly and with no plan, I stole one from the classroom computer. Our teacher got extremely angry and I got really scared I'd get caught. He had us all leave the room and go in one by one so that whoever stole it could anonymously put it back. I was too scared that somebody might see, so I didn't put it back. The next day, I was going to try to secretly return it, but a kid randomly emptily confessed that he was the one who stole it and his mom went to the store to buy a new one. I should have taken a stand and said, no, Kyle. You didn't steal it, I did. 28 years later, Kyle is a stripper at a gay nightclub. Trans Filipino prostitutes and Thai boys clash in huge turf war. Transformers vs Decepticons. Battle of the Bulge. The Bussy Wars. This is Garibaldo from Brazil. He may look scary, but he's one of the nicest birds I know. Big Bird, I'm sorry, but Garibaldo looks like he sells orphans. Men apply body lotion on face and call it skincare. Girls apply filter on face and call it natural beauty. How am I supposed to go to work when I wake up like this? Breakfast in bed. This Japanese restaurant has a vegan version of their noodles, and instead of taking a new photo they just censored out the egg. It's Japanese, it's censored and it's turning me on. I had to be circumcised for medical reasons. Did they let you eat the leftover bit afterwards? Just snorted a line. Is this normal? I'm pretty sure bro had to snort ecstasy for his eyes to get like that. Also, why the fuck is ass so yellow? Hepatitis ass boy. Why do I have to have a younger sister? Ooh. Why do I have an older sister? Ooh. Cause I had no condoms. Doctors of Reddit, what is the coolest disease or condition to die from? Hypothermia. How are the direct messages looking? Caught any creeps yet? Yes. Alright, I'm going to contribute. Men. I promise no women finds reckless speeding or driving attractive. Not everything is for the female gaze. Vehicular manslaughter is a form of self-expression. Please stop microwaving cup ramen. I have a sneaking suspicion melted fucking styrofoam isn't good for you. Extra flavor. This is how many years Freddie Mercury should have lived. 10. My girl looks so cute off guard. Probably texting Annie to see if she's okay. It can't be that good. Goofy's head goes for $19,000 at auction trip.al/E4XS1E4. Wish bathroom stalls went lower. Solomon Grundy. Shat on a Monday. Wiped on a Tuesday. Newok, what should I name him? Why is there cum in his hair? No text detected in this meme. Delhi painter gets hands back as organ donation meets surgical excellence. But would you wanna jerk off with somebody else's hands? Could be gay. Wish she'd stroke me with those cup hands. I have definitely already screwed up my brain hard from MDMA. Recently tried it again twice after 2 years of sobriety from MDMA and any other drug besides alcohol. 2 years of boredom and depression. Get into heroin. Who is the most famous person you've ever slept with? Some poor kid is going to have to comment Epstein. r/angry upvote. When the Death Eaters appeared in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, 2005, I thought they were an evil version of the KKK. What do you mean evil version? I just wanna lick the chocolate from her skin XD. Where did my newborn baby go? Me ASF. Hell yeahhh free protein get them gains. I don't know who told you all 9 inches was a big dick, because it's not. We got Miss Deep Dish Pussy over here. Money changed Harry Potter. Harry Potter got the Defense Against the Dark Arts. I just ended a 5 years relationship. Are you okay? It's okay, it wasn't my relationship. A company is working on a device that uses artificial intelligence to release sense matching your gameplay. Me, when I'm playing Five Nights at Freddy's 3 and smell Springtrap's rotting corpse in the vents. My father got my browsing history straight from the router, so incognito mode wouldn't have made a difference. Why would someone go through so much effort just to confirm the obvious fact that teenagers watch porn? No idea, but coincidentally I wasn't allowed to be alone in a room with my sister anymore. What were you searching, dog? Searching, not much to be honest. Uploading might have been more of an issue though. Best way to make a child stop crying? Shotguns. My parents didn't buy my car. I bet you can't steal this. Status. Excuse me, we bought your first truck and paid for the insurance for a whole year. For the first time since I met my wife, I've fallen in love with another woman. She's gorgeous and we have insane chemistry. The only thing stopping me is that she's never seen Star Trek and I can't bear the thought of going through every episode of Voyager again. May divorce be with you. We were so poor growing up, my dad had to keep my sister pregnant so we could have fresh milk. Bonus, you get to enjoy a juicy steak every year. What do I do in this position? I'm white. Entire library is empty. Random girl came and sat right next to me. Now mate. You can choose one superpower, but the replies choose the consequence. Super intelligence. For real. Guys that sub to OnlyFans, why? I really just want to support my grandma. BBC News. Taylor Swift fan died of heat exhaustion at Rio show. For a second I was celebrating, I thought Taylor Swift died. Makes me feel a little better. If you ever feel dumb, just know that when my friend was 14 she went to a psychiatrist because she had a voice in her head. It was her brain, like literally just her thoughts. She thought that she was the only person who had the ability to think for 14 years. Oh thank God, I must be extra normal because I have 3 of those. Trans Filipino prostitutes and Thai boys clash in huge turf war. Transformers vs Decepticons. I've dated women with dogs. When you have sex, the dog oddly enough likes to watch. He just waited his turn. Conjoined twins had a 1/30 million chance of survival at birth. They are now adults and have become teachers. Wow, good luck cheating in that class. Who gives best head? Do you know the best part about eating vegetables? The moaning. They never complain. Pitbull attacks a bison and quickly finds out they are much better suited to murdering toddlers. They don't really fight outside of their weight class. Imagine buying an expensive stroller for an ugly baby. With this reasoning, your mom must have pushed you around in a wheelbarrow. Can someone help me name my boy? Force Kitten. Dated a blind girl, but she broke up with me. Guess who's back with a different voice? Bro, this isn't funny. What if a blind person saw this? I love what you guys are doing. Keep up the good work, JW. Thank you, but please refrain from using that acronym. Our organization